Hi, welcome. I've had so many people recently ask me about PeppStart, what the program is, how you do it, if there's a way to track and make sure that you're getting all the parts in. So I just decided to jump on and actually go through a PeppStart with you. My name is Pepper Wooten, and I created PeppStart from years of trying to heal myself. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and about a dozen other autoimmune issues about 8 years ago. And 350 steps was the goal when I was first diagnosed. If I could get 350 steps in a day, then I would be doing phenomenally. And I wasn't okay with a life like that. I wasn't okay with a life like that. And so I started looking and searching for solutions, for tips, for tricks, for anything that I could do personally to assist my body to heal, to assist the medicine that I had been on at the time. I was on 14 different medications. I was sleeping 18 to 20 hours a day, partially because of the medication, but also just because of the stress and duress my body was under. Um, and so uh, I didn't want to live that way. I wanted something else. So I started looking, I started trying things. I um, just learned so much and blossomed. And now I'm on one pill, it's a thyroid pill. Um, I exercise several hours a day in the not in the traditional sense of exercise, but in my vernacular, I move every day for several hours. I rest now where I didn't before. I make connections. I am really mindful of the fuel that I put into my body, and that includes my drinks, my TV that I watch, the music I listen to, my food, everything. It's all fuel for this being. Um, and I just created this process that I do. It's a daily routine. It's completely moldable and shapeable to whoever you are and what brings you joy and purpose and meaning and what you have time for. Um, but it is a process that brings you power and endurance and purpose into your life. And I mean that in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, and in your soul. It brings you power, it brings you endurance, and it brings you purpose. And I use the word start because I do it first thing in the morning. We're so used to immediately waking up and checking our phone, having a conversation with the kids, having a conversation with our spouse or our partner, and allowing the world's thoughts to be the first thoughts we have, allowing the world's agenda to be the first agenda we have, allowing the to-do list, weight, and pressure to envelop you and overwhelm you from the moment you open your eyes. And so it's no wonder we all feel incredibly stressed, that we all feel incredibly overwhelmed and burnt out and frustrated and have lots of feelings that we don't necessarily want to have or even need to have. And so I do it first thing in the morning so that the first thoughts I have, the first sounds I hear, the first things that I'm doing with my body, the first moments of awareness that I'm having, I am focusing on the being that is my responsibility to care for. This is the being God gave me, and it's my responsibility to care for and love this being. It is its responsibility to care for and love me, but it can only do that if I put love in. And so, this first hour of your day, I do it for an hour, but you can change it up. I can show you on the form. I do it for an hour, and the first hour of your day, which is 1%, I'm sorry, 4% of your day. 1 hour is 4% of your day. And if you can give 96% of your day to other people, to your outside purpose in life, to your finances, your relationships, your family, your friends, your job, all of those things get 96%. You deserve 4%. You deserve 4%. And the first 4% is the most important, because then you establish for the day what your intention is, who you are, how you're going to carry yourself, how you're going to feel about your day. And then you take yourself into your day, instead of taking all the spinning plates and the masks you have to wear to be the wife, the mother, the business woman, the friend, the sister, all of these masks that we're carrying around and these plates we're trying to spin all the time. And like I said, it's no wonder we're all completely overwhelmed. So this is the answer. This is the answer to everyone's questions about PeppStart. And we are going to go through this together. I'm going to show you the page so that you can see it, and then we'll also put a link up so that you can actually get it and print it off yourself. But I'll show you just for today so that you have something to see that I am following. So here is the form. This is my lovely creation. I do one of two things. I either write on this, or what I started doing is I have a journal that I write in every day, and I just write start down the side of the page. If you don't want to print these off, I write the date. I have a phrase that I use every day. I showed up for myself again today, because that's what we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do in this life. Show up for yourself, because then you're honoring God, you're honoring the spirit he gave you, you're honoring the soul that he gave you. You're seeking God because you're stopping in this moment and saying, who am I? What am I? What is my purpose here? Who is God? What is my responsibility for this day? What is my task I've been given for this day? So you're genuinely reaching in and you're connecting with yourself. And so every day I say I showed up for myself again, because we're worried about showing up for other people, but we're never worried about showing up for ourselves. And so that's the point. I showed up for myself again today. So that's the way we start every day. But no, so I'll just write start down the side of the page. And then I'll count 1 through 10. And then I'll put my send love. So we'll go through it and I'll show you how to do it. So we're going to start with sit in stillness. The purpose of meditation is honestly to allow your body and your mind to rest. Our minds do not rest. We are in the habit of living in a place of constant mental chaos, keeping to-do lists, worrying about something that's going on in the future, trying to prepare for something that's going on in the future, being excited about something in the future. Or we're living frustrated about the past, frustrated about a job, having some experience that is gone, reliving it constantly, some experience that is gone, something that was said, something that happened, something that's going to happen. Our brain is constantly going. And then we sit down to watch TV or to look at our phone or to read a book or do any of these things thinking we're resting. But in reality, you're just kicking your mind into muscle memory. You know how to sit and read. So your mind goes into muscle memory, but it's still making pictures. It's still imagining and creating and firing and going while you're watching a movie. That's not restful to your mind or your body. You are literally living the experience that you're watching. That's why when you're watching a scary movie, your blood pressure picks up and your heart rate picks up and all of these things start going and your palms get sweaty and you're on the edge of your seat. You are experiencing fight or flight along with the movie. When you're watching a party show and everybody's dancing and having fun and it's upbeat and hype and you get this happy feeling, you're experiencing being a part of this party. So your brain and your body are not resting at all. It actually is quite stressful to our brain and body because we are externally forcing and experiencing chemicals and emotions and mental processing from things that aren't even our experience in life. And so mental stillness, Meditation is not trying to empty your mind of everything and have no thoughts. All you're trying to do is imagine yourself sitting on the side of a river, and on the other side of the river from you is a big tree. And you're looking at the tree overall as a large picture. You're not focusing in on branches, you're not focusing in on leaves. You're literally just looking at the tree. And if you imagine a leaf falling, it's in your perspective for a little bit, and then it goes away and it goes down the river, and you just don't follow it. I'm hungry. And then you don't follow it down the river. Oh, I forgot to call so-and-so about, and let it go down the river. Oh, my leg's kind of hurting. Okay, move a little bit, fix it, and let it go. And so stillness is just allowing your mind to experience whatever it's going to experience over here, kind of like peripheral vision. You can see it, but you don't focus on it, and you let it go. Now, focusing would be, I'm hungry. Ooh, bacon and eggs sounds good. Oh, actually, I could go to McDonald's and and you're watching this leaf go down the stream. That is focusing your attention instead of just allowing an open attention that is just resting. It doesn't need to follow any leaf. So we're going to start with 10 minutes of sitting in stillness. I'm not going to go through every topic like this where I'm giving you a really quick explanation of the topic, but I feel like meditation is one that is really misunderstood and taught in ways that are harmful to people, in the sense that then they believe they can't meditate, they can't calm their mind, they can't have stillness on the inside because something is wrong with them. So I just wanted you to understand it is simply recognizing there's a thought, like a leaf fluttering down, and allowing it to go and not needing to follow it and continue it. So we're going to get started together. So all you're going to do is find a comfortable position. You can do it sitting up, standing up, laying down, however you want. You just don't want to fall asleep. And then I'm putting on some music because I find that easier. I have a little bit of tinnitus, and obviously there's sounds and things outside that are going on. And so I find a little bit of background music just allows my body to wipe that out a little easier, or not focus on it a little easier. You do not have to have any sound, but I'm going to be playing it today. So let's get started. I'm not going to keep talking. Like I said, we're just going to experience. And then as I feel led, I will share with you. So I just want you to take a couple of deep breaths in for the count of 4 through your nose. And then breathe out for an 8 count through your mouth, blowing like you would on a straw. that you're inviting towards yourself. And you can put your hand over your heart and imagine it going in and spreading from that point. And the circle just gets bigger and bigger. The circle gets bigger and bigger as it grows. Get to a place where your body almost feels, you can feel the weight of it, but you don't necessarily feel each individual limb, kind of like when you are watching a movie and you forget you have a body for a little bit. Or you're driving in a car, if you've done it for years and it just feels natural. That's the place that you'll get to. And that's the only place you are, is in that stillness, but we choose to let our brain run. Now, if you're not used to sitting in stillness, this can feel like a really long time. 10 minutes can feel like a really long time that you're sitting here. And so anytime your thoughts come in, you're not judging yourself. You're not frustrated with yourself, because this is a new practice. So we don't need to feel bad or upset. You simply take your eyes off that leaf and you bring yourself back to just watching the tree. Watching it blow in the wind and the whole picture, the whole being of the tree blows and sways and moves. So just stop looking at the leaf and let the thought go. If you find sitting in stillness to be physically difficult, then I would like for you to open your eyes and you can follow along with me. Breathing in through your nose for the count of 4 and blowing out for 8 if you find yourself getting caught in thoughts. Otherwise, just allow your breath to naturally flow and function as it wants to. for breaths in and out, just relaxing your whole body. Just continue holding yourself for a few seconds. We don't have nearly enough human contact and we don't get touched enough. So be mindful to touch yourself, to comfort yourself, to love yourself. All right, so that is sitting in stillness. The next part is called think on purpose. We think all the time out of habit. So instead, we're going to think on purpose. And off to the side, what you'll notice is it says, I am grateful for. And then down here, you'll see it says, send love. So what we're going to do for think on purpose is we're going to write down 10 things we're grateful for. 10 things that make your life worth living, that make your life enjoyable, that make life fun, that bring you happiness, that bring you contentment, that bring you peace. And I don't care if it's your pink toenail polish or the smell of coffee in the morning because it makes you feel invigorated, or a ladybug on your car when you get off work that just happen to make you smile, or it can be something huge. Today's your birthday and you feel special and loved, or you're going to a concert you've always wanted to go to and that feels fun and exciting. Both of those are things to be grateful for. And so I want you to spend just a few minutes and write down 10 things you are grateful for. And then we are going to, I'll give you the halfway mark so that you know kind of where you're at in time. You're going to send love. What I mean by that is there's a feeling within our body that comes when we are loving someone, when we are feeling loving, when we are feeling generous and giving and grateful. And so what you are doing is basically sending the person that pops into your head when you think, I'm going to send love to somebody. Sometimes it's myself. Sometimes the first one is myself. I need the love. I need to feel loved and recognized and heard and appreciated and connected. So what I do in that instance, or sometimes it's a friend, a parent, a sibling, a coworker, a stranger whose face just pops up that I happen to see that maybe was in pain. And so what I do is I basically put my hands over my heart and I imagine that person laughing and being happy and being hugged and being told wonderful things about themselves and being encouraged and feeling proud and successful. And I just imagine them being alive and vital and healthy and happy. And in my heart, I ask God to give that to them, to give them that love, to give them peace, to give them joy, to give them goodness, to give them something to laugh about today, to give them a friend. So you're trying to send that to 4 people. We're going to build up our gratitude over here, build up our feeling of love, and then we're going to send it to 4 people. So you have approximately 6 minutes to do that. So let's go. Let's get to work. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit so you can hear, and then I want you just to start and write everything, the 10 things that you're grateful for today. And I'm going to do the same. this is where you remind yourself that you showed up for yourself today. You showed up for yourself today. Day one for some of you, day I don't know how for the rest of you who already tried this practice or already do this practice. If you do this and you found some joy from it, put a comment. Let other people know. But you showed up for yourself again today. So write that as one of the things you're grateful for. It's the little things. It's easy to put my family. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my job. And if that's where you need to start, then put those things as major groupings that you are grateful for. But the more you dig into the specifics, I am grateful for my daughter's smile. I am grateful for my son's laugh. I am grateful for my husband's playfulness and silly noises. Then you start really digging into your day and saying, what in my life actually brings me joy? Not just my family, but what about my family? So then when I see my daughter's smile, when I hear my son's laugh, when I feel and experience my husband's playfulness, my brain goes, ooh, I'm grateful for that. That's a good thing. That brings me joy. So you can really start using your brain and your words like a tool to bring your attention to the things that you're grateful for. I would say start wrapping up your gratitude so that you'll have about a minute for each person that you're going to send love to. And this can also be a corporate group. If you want to send love to your entire family, if you want to send love to your church, if you want to send love to our government, please send love to our government. Send love. Energetically, we need to change the frequency of this nation from things we hate and sending hate and anger and frustration and division into the world with our words, with our physical bodies, sending that out. Because energetically, it's like that clown that has sand in the bottom. If we're sending out hate and aggression and fear and rejection and animosity and division, when we punch the clown in the face, that's energy, that is creation. That's the situation that you're coming into. When you bring that hostility into it, energy has no option but to bring back the exact same force. So you send out hate, guess what you're getting back in your face? You send out division, guess what you're getting back in your face? So send love. Send love. Create love in yourself and send it to people. All right. Okay, so let's wrap up sending love. And we are going to move on to what I call announce your agreements. Oh, held up the wrong paper, but that's all right. Announce your agreements. So what an agreement is, sorry, I got distracted for just a second. What an agreement is the words coming out of your mouth, the thoughts you're having in your mind. That's the agreement you're making with the world. When you say, I can't lose weight, the world says, okay. Your body says, okay, you can't lose weight. That's an agreement that you have made with yourself, and the universe will agree with you. So we want to write and announce and affirm our agreements on purpose. So what I do is I actually have, where did I lay it? Darn it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It got separated from my other notes. I have a sheet of affirmations that I read, and I wrote these, some of them. I also use, sorry, I'm turning it down just a tiny bit. I use some of them from Louise Hay. She writes wonderful affirmations about healing, being able to heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul, heal your spirit. And so I use a lot of those. So I'm going to read them off to you. You're welcome to repeat after me, but I'm going to go a little quicker just so that you can also just sit and listen if you want to. Complete health is my divine right. I am open and receptive to all of the healing energies of the universe. I know that every cell in my being is intelligent and knows how to heal itself. My body, mind, soul, and spirit are always working towards perfect health. I now willingly release all behaviors, thoughts, or patterns that would go against my perfect healing. Life supports me in every possible way. I am divinely guided and always protected. So these are the agreements I'm making with God, with myself, with the universe, with every cell of energy in this creation. I am making these agreements. I am making positive changes in all areas of my life. As I change my thoughts and choose to add more of what I love to my life, the world around me changes. I forgive myself and everyone in my past. I am free and they are free. I willingly let go of all fear and doubt. God is for me, creation is for me, and I am for me. When I share love, it comes back to me multiplied. When you push love out at that little clown, he has no option but to love you back. Everything I need comes to me at the perfect time. I have glorious, dynamic, directable energy, and I am active and alive. All I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I know and trust my intuition because it is always moving me to greater wholeness and fuller expansion. I now free myself from destructive fears and doubts and open my heart and mind to limitless possibilities and opportunities. I am a unique and beautiful soul that brings love, life, and light to myself and those around me. I am grateful for who I am today. I am exactly who I need to be to design, create, and live in a world that supports me. I am full of joy and fully present in every moment. I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. I love and honor my body, mind, soul, and spirit by giving it what it needs. I am open to new and wonderful challenges. I am so happy and grateful now that I love life-bringing fuel, movement, connection, rest, and motivation. And as I choose to love myself, I become stronger, healthier, and more vibrant in every way. Wellness is the natural state of my body, mind, soul, and spirit. I flow easily, I flow easily with new experiences, new challenges, and new people who enter my life. I appreciate who I am and all that I do. I love me, I love myself, and I love I. My being is whole and complete, and my actions, words, boundaries, and choices reflect that. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want, and I claim my power. My life is a direct reflection of what I give my attention to, so I choose to give my attention to what I love and value most. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. As I change my thoughts, the world around me changes. I am in the right place at the right time, doing exactly the right thing. It is safe to look within and to forgive myself and set myself free. I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. I have the courage to live my dreams. My day begins and ends with gratitude. Love always flows to and through me, healing all disease. Yay. Amen, amen, amen. So the word amen means truth and certainty in Hebrew, which amen. This is truth. And with certainty, I say it over myself and over you in Jesus' name. All right. So the next part on our list is to renew your body. So what that means is wake it up. Get up in the morning, wake your body up. Say good morning, body. Thank you for waking up today. Joyful awakening, body. Be full of joy when you awaken because you awakened. We all wake up and we say, oh, I'm having a crappy day. Well, okay, the universe is gonna agree with you. I slept like crap. Yeah, the universe is gonna agree with you. Instead of recognizing you probably woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle, so your mind still feels groggy, and saying, who do I want to be today? Who am I today? How am I going to carry myself into today? I'm deciding. I may be a little groggy because I'm in the middle of a sleep cycle, but I'm deciding that today is a good day to be alive. Joyful awakening. And I say grand rising because God says, arise and shine, for my light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon me. So glorious rising. When you rise, glory is rising with you. God is rising with you. So awaken your body. That's the next one. Sorry, I got off there a little bit. Okay. As you follow along with me, you will realize that happens, but I say what I feel like my spirit needs to say. And I believe that it comes to you and it reaches you in exactly the way it needs to. And this is how we share and love and grow together. So we are going to awaken our bodies. I'm going to turn the music up just a little bit again. And basically what I do is I start at my head. I'm going to stand up and back up. I'm just going to make sure the music is loud enough that we can hear it. Okay, put my chair over here to the side. Okay. So what I do is I just find a space that's big enough that I can start at my head. And basically I just tell my body good morning. Take glasses off. By stretching and waking it up. I am not a physical therapist. I'm not an exercise person. I am a human being. I've lost 100 pounds doing this. But I only ever go to where my body feels comfortable. So if you're comfortable right now, it's simply just swaying a little bit back and forth and barely moving yourself. If you're laying in a bed, I started this bed bound. started this bed bound due to a shattered lower leg. And I would literally rotate my wrists and lift my arms on the bed. So start where you're at, zero judgment, zero. Start where you're at and let's get going. So we're going to start at our neck. Just make some light circles. Make sure you go the other way. In the shoulder. Whatever is feeling right to you, you're trying to wake up your arms, your shoulders. I like to go from side to side a little bit with this motion, just to give my arms a different position to move and kind of go backwards. You're just trying to move the full range of motion with your body, is all I'm trying to do. Rotate your wrists. Way. We're going to go across our body and hold it for a couple of seconds. Go behind your back. If you can hold it, most people can't. I stretch daily, so this is something I've learned and acquired. It's a skill to learn, not necessarily something that we're able to do or not. Everyone can stretch. All right, other side. A lot of the times people think I'm special in some way, that I have a special ability with stretching. The truth is, I've done it every day of my life because I like the way it feels, and it feels good to me. So I've always stretched. I've always moved. Even at 250 pounds, I was stretching and keeping my mobility. So I'm just making a circle with my body. All right. So we're going to do some cat and cow. And I just do whatever feels right. So bow up, the cat. You really want to push up in this instance and then press your belly button towards the floor. Pull your belly button towards the floor. And then press your shoulders up without really lifting them. Okay? So we're going to lean side to side. Go the other way. We're going to put our song on one more time. I didn't get moving fast enough. All right. Okay, so we did that. What's next? All right, we're just going to step side to side. And you can swing your arms. We're just trying to wake our legs up. And then just move in any way you want to. The other direction in your circle. Pick up our pace just a little bit. are stretching. All right, so I want you to stand on something, by something if you can. We're just gonna stretch our legs. If you cannot get up here, that's totally okay. If you can't get up here, that's totally okay. So what you're gonna do instead, what can we have you do instead? Well, just lift your leg as high as you can. If you can't reach it to grab it, then get you a string or a belt and hold it. And pull up with the string. So imagine I had a string. Pull up with the string and hold. But what we're trying to do is stretch this part. And tell it good morning. Switch sides. Good morning, quads. I did a lot of leg workout yesterday, so mine are kind of burning right now, so that's why we're specifically telling them good morning. Because they're not feeling too loved right now. All right, I want you just to, I'm going to pick my foot up so you can see. I'm just picking my foot up and going around, making a circle. Go the other way. And then you want to push like you're pushing the gas and letting off. And you can obviously hold yours down if you want to. But I'm just showing you so you can see what I'm doing. Normally I'm outside, it just was a little cool this morning, so on future sessions. All right, so now we're going to just end. On future sessions, we probably will be outside, but also maybe it's set a little differently. All right, so we're just going to shake. One of the things that we have stopped doing as humans is using our body to move the feelings through. When a pair of dogs like kind of stand off and their hair is all raised up and you know they're frustrated and they're getting angry and whatever, at the end, when it's over, whether they fought or whether they walked past each other or whatever, they both go and they shake. And the reason being that releases all of that negative energy, all of that anger and frustration. And they're not negative in the sense of they're bad for you, because anger has a purpose. What they are, however, is damaging to your body when they're held on for a long time. Okay, so that was good morning. That was waking our body up. But no, so they're negative in the sense that if you hold on to them, if you keep experiencing it, if you don't let go of the chemicals that create anger, they destroy your body. They destroy your body. You are putting anger and frustration in, and guess what your body's giving you back? All right, so we reawakened our body. The next is called train your mind. Train your mind. This is being a teachable spirit. This is keeping a curious mindset, a playful look at the way life is, so that you can move through life on purpose instead of reacting to everything that's externally having. So I'm going to read you something called Burgs, B-U-R-G-S. The speaking is by Alan Watts, but the music itself normally is by Mount Wolf, but I'm going to be playing it with one of the free selections from Facebook. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we're going to finish talking and be done. Getting my breath again. So he said, I think if I could get you to do one thing, I would say that when you get to the point that you really highly are motivated towards keeping your virtue, then you'll discover quite quickly how extraordinary a life was meant to be and could be. And it's just that we get so messy It's not that we're doing all these wrong things. It's just that our mind is so messy. We don't keep it simple. And we end up making the life that we are living so inordinarily complicated, completely unnecessarily. And it's a shame to end up living in a real muddle when actually you ought to be having the time of your lives. It doesn't actually take very much to make the deepest parts of us incredibly happy. Just to be here, just to appreciate being here. We want to feel that we're alive, to be in touch with our hearts, and that's it. We want to feel connected, and that's it. It takes mindfulness to come to a human life. And then above that, it takes mindfulness and virtue to come to a fortunate human life. The chance to be a part of this happens briefly. The invitation is not to show how inventive and imaginative you are, but how much you can notice what you're already a part of and appreciate it and share it and care about those around you and look out for their welfare while you are looking out for your own. That's it. And then you'll get to the end, having had an awesome time, knowing that this is something you would recommend to others. You already know this place inside of you where it's all right. You all know that when you let go, the ego lets go, that you're not in a black hole that you jump into. But why can't we do it? And yet the world is creaking under the strain of this inordinarily complicated mass of humanity. When you came here with a sense of awe and wonder, dying to see what it's all about. You know, it's like, what would it be like to be down there, to be a part of it? You came here with a sense of wonder, and somehow the wonder of it wasn't enough. And we stopped wondering and started to wonder about ourselves. And in our wonderings about ourselves, we forgot why we came here and what we came to be a part of. So that is Alan Watts's statements, which I absolutely love and agree with. The idea that we allow our minds by habit. It's not a judgment, it's a habit. It's a cultural, global habit, but especially in Western cultures, to stay mentally busy, stressed out, overwhelmed, burnt out. I don't have any bandwidth. Yeah, that's called, I allow my mind to constantly run and be chaotic because I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world because my mind is constantly running and chaotic. So recognizing, what do I actually value in this chaos? Of all these chaotic things, of all of these plates I'm spinning and all of these masks I'm wearing, which one actually matters to me? Which one actually makes me happy and joyous and connected to God and at peace? There is friction. Change creates friction. Movement creates friction. It requires friction. So yes, you have to show up at a place of business or in front of your computer to be able to make money and have food. But are you doing that with the spirit of, That's the question. So find what you value. Think about what you value, truly what you value. If the world were on fire and you could run, and in your mind you could snap, and what comes with you, you can't take everything. You can't take everything. So maybe start with 5 things, 10 things. What are the first things that would come to your mind? What would you get? And I'm not talking your mom's lamp. Your mom's lamp can bring you moments of happiness and joy. So I'm not belittling sentimental things or physical things at all. But what truly makes you happy? And if it's all things, then that's something to think about. If all you would grab is things, then that's something to think about. So yeah, that's PeppStart. That is training your mind on purpose. So I would love for you to join me in the future. We will not go over this in such an extended way. Normally in the morning, I literally jump in, I start with a timer, and I actually time myself going through each of the sections so that I know I'm getting it done. So we will do it that way on future videos. But for today, getting started, I wanted everybody to kind of know and understand. The fun thing that you can do with PeppStart is if you do each of these for 10 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 more minutes at the beginning and end just to get your stuff cleaned up and prepared and done, and you are back into whatever life you want to live after that 1 hour. Other fun fact, you can do each one for a minute. If you're at work and you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed and taxed and this again, stop. Take 5 minutes. It's 5 things, take 5 minutes. Sit in stillness. Set a timer on your phone for 60 seconds. Sit in stillness. Breathe. Until that timer goes off. Then affirm your agreements. Think on purpose. Think of sending love to someone or sending love to yourself. Affirm your purpose. I am safe. I am healthy. I am divinely guided. You say whatever it is you are wanting to feel for 1 minute. You shake, you get rid of the feeling, or you hug yourself for 1 minute, or you just say, hello, body. It's been a day today, but thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being here, for continuing to move even though you don't want to. Thank you. And then you train your mind. You think of a quote you've heard recently, or you watch a quick video of a teacher that you like. That takes a little bit more time. So instead, I would say find you a little something like this, a flip calendar. This is today. Love for myself and others increases each and every day. And then I sit and I ponder that for 60 seconds. And that's my train my mind. I am training my mind on purpose to believe that love for myself and other increases each and every day. So you can do it for an hour. You can do it for 5 minutes. You can do it for however long you want to. That's why it's yours. And you can do whatever you like that fits in those categories. So sometimes I dance, sometimes I sing, sometimes I stretch. I have this headstand thing that I'm trying to learn. I've taught myself belly dancing by doing this. I've read so many books that I wanted to read, listening through audiobooks as well. And so you get to make this your own pep start to your day. So be weird. This is how we're going to end it. Be weird. Weird is having the power to create your destiny. That's the original definition. Someone who has the power to create their own destiny. So be weird, and then shine your light. Shine, love, send love, be grateful. Put out energy that you would want back. Be responsible with the energy and the expression of your energy that you're putting into the world so that you can shine a light for people. So be weird and shine and start your day with power, endurance, and purpose. Goodbye. Now we're going to stop the recording.